Hey, I'm back here at Reno Guns and Range. We're inside of the VIP range, kind of the range I use for training most of the time when I'm here in town with Jay Hawkins. He's the training manager here, and he's also one of the resident experts when it comes to all their NFA stuff. Of course, their full auto and their suppressors. I'm using a Silencer Co. Octane HD right now, obviously in 9mm. I'm thinking more and more about the serious use of suppressors for home defense as we get closer and closer to some change in the NFA laws, hopefully soon, Hearing Protection Act or otherwise, where it's going to be easier for all of us to have access to suppressors for home defense. It's something that, as an instructor, as someone who teaches this topic, I really need to know more about it. And one of the things Jay points out to me is there is an incredibly significant difference between the 115 grain type 9mm rounds, which are supersonic, and the 147 grain or other heavier 9mm rounds that are subsonic coming out of these guns with a suppressor like this Octane HD. So Jay, you know how to use that decibel meter, right? We're going to go ahead and I'm going to grab this magazine over here. What we've set up is 3 rounds that are 115 grain, followed by 3 rounds that are 147 grain. And Jay's going to put himself in a position where we know this is hearing safe, but he's going to hold that decibel meter up just kind of like right in front of his face. If I had a family member in the home, bad guy shows up, I push them out of the way, drive out and shoot at the bad guy, you know, what's going to happen? What kind of a decibel rating are they going to get right in front of their face? And we're going to look at the 115 first.
104.
104.
Stand by.
And we're clearing that.
Go.
And we'll go again.
115.8.
115.8.
Stand by. Go.
And going again.
110.
110. So somewhere right in the vicinity of 112 might be the average there, 111, something like that, 110 plus decibels. Now we're going to the 147 grain. When you're ready.
Go.
Wow.
95.4.
95.4, what a difference. And obviously these are exponential numbers. So when you start going up, 1 decibel number is actually not just a single percentage increase. These are exponential numbers.
88.4.
88.4.
Go. 98.3.
98.3. So if we average that out around 90, maybe just a little over 90, it's almost 20 decibels lower. Now to put that in perspective, the average hearing protection, like when you put in earplugs, when you put in the foamies, you're getting like what, 30 at best?
32 is the best.
32 is the best you can get. So you're getting 2/3 of the difference that earbuds make, where when you put in those foamies from just firing a 5.56 and thinking, okay, no big deal, that's how much reduction you're getting. And you probably could hear the difference. Now with these microphones on the phone cameras, it still sounds loud. We're inside of a concrete box with some hard rubber for backstop and steel and metal all over the place. But what a difference it makes. Now as far as performance goes, of course, we're going to test our defensive rounds, make sure that they're performing. And we know there's plenty of good heavy 9mm rounds out there.
Oh, absolutely. There's all kinds of different stuff out there. And at the distance in which we're having to engage our threats, we're not going to see, that much of a difference, if any, in performance. When you look at the law enforcement community, they're all running, the 147 hollow points, and they're having phenomenal results when they're forced into a shooting situation. So at this distance, the advantage of the silencer, I think, is far outweighs really a lot of the other ideas of, hey, I'm gonna stop and put on hearing protection or some other silly thing like that. In a situation like that, I want to be able to secure my firearm, secure my family, and deal with business, and not have to worry about all those other things.
Yeah, and that so that difference makes a big difference even once you put the suppressor on to what someone's going to get. If you're taking the time, effort, and energy to put the suppressor on to get the advantages of less concussion, lower decibel rating, it makes sense to go to that subsonic round, obviously, in this case. In another video, I'm going to take a look at the difference with some of the 5.56 rounds. A lot of people like myself stage 5.56 guns, M4, AR-15 type guns for home defense. We'll take a look at the difference between some of the lighter, faster, and of course the heavier, slower ones going all the way down to subsonic in a future video.